Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Stand and salute the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for one silence.
Mr. Redfoot, in our prayers tonight, if we could please remember the Blank family, as they've recently suffered a tragedy, and our prayers are with them this evening.
This is, let's call roll.
Mrs. Brett. Here. Mrs. Eldridge. Here. Mr. Hill.
Here.
Mr. Petzold.
Here.
Mr. Peak. Mr. Demo.
Here.
Mr. Redfoot.
Here.
Here. Here.
Okay, I'd like to recognize tonight's guests. If you haven't been to our meetings before, this is our voting meeting. Last Wednesday was our work session when we discussed possible action items that will be voted on tonight. So this meeting goes fairly fast because we have discussed these items and it's mostly just a voting meeting tonight. If there is any questions, there is time in the agenda for questions. Item E, recognition of meetings at January 8th, 7 to 8:02 regular work session, and February 5th, 6:45 executive work session, and 7 to 8:05 board work session. Item 2, pride and promises. Promise?
She has a certificate. So, if someone here is a short timer, and I don't know if Pride Promise necessarily does him justice. Couple decades worth of service here, Ed. Not only are you a good employee, you're a better man. It's been my pleasure over the last 9 years to work beside you. You will be missed. We appreciate your mentorship of Mr. Jones, and it is our pleasure to award you as this month's Pride and Promise Award winner. I know you have an address for the board, but we'd like to take your picture. I'll go over here. Want one too? Come on.
Sure.
And then we'll give you with one in it.
Sure.
Oh, I'm in the middle now. I'm up one. I'm up the honor. There you go. Thank you. Ed's asked to make an address to the board.
Many years I've sat here and listened. I just want to take a minute to let everybody know how much I appreciate working here for Lowell School District. My career at Lowell School District has began with Len Rich and ending with Len Rich. When I first started here, I lost my parents, and Mr. Rich was glad enough to sit down with me and spend some time. We talked as just two people, and that was about 2005, and I appreciated that more than he would ever know. Over the years, Mr. Rich, there have been problems with the school and buildings, and you've supported me and trusted me in decisions and repairs of electrical and plumbing and roofing. Thank you for your support and leadership throughout the years. Thank you. One lady I need to recognize is Dr. Heenan. She's one of the funnest ladies, smartest ladies. The bad thing is she never forgot anything I told her. She remembered everything. Jen Conrad and your staff, you have a phenomenal bunch of ladies here. Mallory and Becky. This is definitely a well-oiled machine here. Jen is one of the brightest ladies I've ever had a chance to work with. Rich Jones, he's had the last couple months of work with him. He will definitely do a great job. The school board, he picked a good person. My staff, my maintenance staff and custodian, a lot of people throughout the years. I just need to identify Chuck Boyer, Roger Hearn, Rick Stelter, even John Skiba, Don Hunt, and Gary Altman. Throughout the years, these people were a really good help for me throughout the years. Skiba was unbelievable throughout the years. Mr. Redfoot and school board, you've always supported me in our projects. I appreciate that. Even with our renovation back in 2007, you were a big help to me. Thank you, sir. All the current principals and Mr. Lee, we definitely have a great team here. I couldn't ask to work with a better group of people. Thank you for all your help over the years and your friendship. There are two people I've met here at Lowell School, and we've worked side by side and we've been like family. We've been able to watch our families grow. Joe Sager and Kevin Mahoney. I don't have a brother, but them two are definitely like a brother to me. We definitely joke. We have a lot of fun. We've always gotten our jobs done. Two people I will definitely miss being here. This is my son, Matt. I appreciate you coming in tonight. He's an hour away. Throughout my career here, Matt has stepped up the plate. I probably rushed him growing up in life because of when there's snowstorms, power outages. I left my family and came to school to make sure we had school. And my son, Matt, took care of the homestead. So I always appreciate that. And my wife is not here tonight. She's a little under the weather, but all the years of me leaving once again, leaving my wife with the kids and all their homework throughout the years, I never liked the math that we had. But my wife has always supported me with my career and juggled her own, and I definitely appreciate everything she's done for me throughout the years. But Laurel has been a great place to call home. Green has always been my favorite color. But thank you for everything throughout the years. I appreciate it.
I'd like to say something about him. He's been around a long time. He came up with a bus garage and took over Gary's job. And we've been under this building, those buildings on top of it, and pretty much it's been interesting working with him. And one thing I will say about Ed, you ask him a question, you get a short, concise, honest answer. And I really appreciate that. You never, some of the things I asked you, I'm sure you didn't want to answer, but you always told me what I needed to know. So I appreciate that.
We do have cake ends, don't.
And
Oh, we were unable to establish our link connection. That's our author out of Puerto Rico.
okay,
We'll try to do that in another month.
okay. Well, it's all yours. Item 3, any reports from standing committees of the board. Item 4, administrator supervisor. Any additions to your reports? Item B, information reports. I don't believe there's any of those. Comments, questions from the floor relative to agenda items? Item 6, motion to approve the minutes from the January 8th, 2025 combined work session. So moved. Motion by Mr. Nemo, second by Mr. Kuth. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Treasurer's report. Is it you? Okay, Mr. Kuth.
Recommendation of superintendent to the board to approve the treasurer's report as of January 1st, 2025 as outlined below.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Cutzel, second, or motion by Mr. Nemo, second by Mrs. Brett. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. And the investment and fund.
There's a recommendation Superintendent to the board to approve the attached investment report for January 2025.
So moved. Motion by Mr. Cut, by Mr. Nimmo. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor?
It's the recommendation of the superintendent to the board to approve the general fund bill listing for February 12th, 2025, in the amount of $124,000, $150,170. Checks written mainly month of January 2025 is amount of $1,094,666.66 for a total of $1,280,782.36. Please take a vote.
Motion by Mr. Ketchel, seconded by Mr. Kudo. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor? Motion carries.
List of food service fund bills is the recommendation of the superintendent of the board to approve food service fund bill listing for February 12th, 2025, amount of $37,000, $330.94. Checks written immediately in month of January 2025, amount of $61.07, for a total of $37,392.01. One room motion, please.
Motion by Mr. Ketchel, seconded by Mrs. Aldrich. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 9, personnel. Mrs. Sinceri.
Letter A is the recommendation of the superintendent of the board, absent any objection, to accept and consent all agenda items listed under personnel. The resignation of Drew Flora, John Spervitz, Patty Mouse, and Mrs. Heather McKissick. With that, in the form of a
Motion by Mrs. Sinceri, second by Mr. Gill. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Abstentions? All in favor? Motion carries.
Letter B, approve the appointment of Miss Andrea Carnage as the elementary teacher on September 16th for the remainder of the 24-25 school year at the rate of $55,687 as per the collective bargaining agreement. That is a resolution.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Sinceri, second by Mr. Coos. Any discussion on the motion? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor?
Let's press pause. Congratulations.
I'll start with my husband, JR, my oldest, Ava, and youngest, Aria, my mother-in-law, Debbie, my father-in-law, Rick, my mother, Cindy, my dad, Paul, my aunt, Patty, my sister, Natalie, and my brother-in-law, Thomas, and introduce
And her friend Kathy.
Yes, yes, and all of these people, have been with me through all of the changes and adventures of life, and I'm excited to welcome this new adventure. So thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited.
We are more excited to have you. Congratulations. Entourage is welcome to stay for what remains, but
Thank you very much.
nobody's offended.
Thank you so much. We will.
Oh, kids got school tomorrow. Without delay.
Thank you. Oh, or.
You want the kids for your mom if you're gonna stick around, but you're leaving, you don't get any cake.
Oh.
Letter C, junior, or recommendation of the board to approve. Letter C, junior class officer. D, the travel public officer. E, head girls track and field coach. F, 24-25 swing team. G, FMLA leave of absence. H, professional development workshops and seminars. And I, additions to volunteer and non-instructional substitute listing for the 24-25 school year. Those.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Censari, second by Mr. Nemo. Any discussion on the motions? This is seen through. Any negative votes, any abstentions, all in favor? Motion is carried. Board action items, committee of the whole. Take item 1 or item A, policy adoption, the second reading. Item B, policy 626, attachment approval. Item C, Arise Lawrence County agreement. D, copy of these documents. E, 2025 FPL State Leadership Conference.
Wait, Johnny, I need to abstain. Does that need to be separate or not?
Let's just do everything but the. He does, I'm sorry, so if he does A, B, C, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and M, you don't have to state from any of them.
Item G, request for bids 2526. Item H, Lexipol agreement. Item I, Trios Winder agreement. J, intro to literature curriculum. K, settlement and easement agreement. L, resolution 01122 5-2, setting the tax collector compensation. And item M, field trips student activity.
So moved.
Second motion by Mr. Nemo, second by Mr. Kessel. Any discussion on items, everything except D? Any negative votes? Any abstentions? All in favor? Motion's carried. Back to item B, copier printer lease documents. Directed. Motion by Mr. Hill, second by Mr. Ketchel. Discussion on the motion. Any negative votes? Any abstentions? One abstention, Mrs. Censari. All in favor? Item carries. Comments from the floor. Go into two non-agenda items. I've moved to the online.
No, we're nothing.
Okay. Any new business? With that, I will ask for, adjourn. First by Mr. Cook, second by Mr. Nimitz. All in favor? Motion carries.